I found this super cool dream home for me and my family on Zillow, but there were a couple of snags. First off, it was in Tennessee, and we're all the way in Texas. And second, it was totally burnt to a crisp. People told us it was a goner, and we should just bulldoze it, but we had other plans, so we broke into our savings, borrowed a man of the cash, and even though we're total newbies at building houses, we made the big move to see if we could bring this burnt down beauty back to life. Of the entire house, the roof took the biggest hit.
On our arrival, we had flames through the roof.
Like more than the walls, more than the floor. The fire went up and it took off. I don't know if shingles are like extra flammable or what the deal is. Now that we got the roof off, the real challenge has been, it just keeps raining. Like we need the house to dry out, we need the floors to dry out, the subfloors to dry out, and the beams, the LVLs, whatever you want to call them. We get a few days of sun, they dry out a little bit, and then it rains, and the rain just comes in, and we've tried tarping, but it's a big roof, the tarp tore, so that didn't work. Here we are in week like 4 or 5, I guess, at this point. We're still dealing with getting the old roof off, because the original demo guys couldn't do that. And then it's like, how fast can we start getting some framing up? Can we cover it? Can we get some boards up? Like, what is it gonna take to get this house dry? Yeah, we definitely took some rain here overnight. It was a serious storm. Look at all that floor there. Yeah, keep trying to dry the house out. The rains keep coming, working against us. We do with like just a couple of weeks like this. Beautiful sunshine every day. Dude, I went inside for like 10 minutes. I've been out all morning from 8 o'clock. They've been framing, they've been building a little structure over here, little platform that they can walk on. I go inside for 10 minutes for a quick break. Had to have a chat with Linda. And while I'm in there, they literally framed like the whole back end of this roof. I mean, dude, I'm out here with the drone and the cameras and everything trying to get some footage, and then they sneak up on me like that and they just wing it all through. So right now the drone's hovering. I don't know, it's somewhere up there just hovering away, getting us some cool footage, so I'll show you what I can, but I keep wanting them to let me up there so I can do a little bit and they won't let me. Came out to check out this Cars with a Cause over at Conduit Church. Check these bad boys out. Take your pick of the nice machines all the way down. My favourite so far is this little thing over here. It's the Marty McFly.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Oh yeah, real life DeLorean. Look at this dude, this is high tech. If you're gonna do it right. I'm outside doing some filming with the drone, and TJ decides he's going to go and tackle the bathtub, the ridiculously expensive $15,500 Kohler stock tub that is going on eBay for sale. So let me know if you'd like to buy it, because we can't fit it in our new bathroom. Anywho, Troy took his bucket of magical chemicals and went for it. It didn't come out like shiny clean, but we got the majority of the dirt off. Now we're going to do a second pass with some more specialized kind of cleaning solutions and see whether we can get this thing pucker just like new. So let me know if you want it. While we're trying to figure out the roof and getting the house dry, the second biggest challenge has been the windows, because windows take a little while when you order them. Anything up to 18, 20 weeks, which is a whole lot of time. And I don't have that kind of time because I'm gonna get this bad boy together super fast. So we've been working with Mr. Ben.
I'm Ben with Pella.
Ben, great to meet you, buddy.
Pleasure. Absolutely.
Who reached out to us actually after seeing the first video. They reached out online and said, hey, we'd love to be involved in this project and be a part of it, so let us know how we can help. And I said, okay, you can help for sure if you do me a sweet deal. And they said, okay, well, we'll try. And no one else reached out. So if you're a window company, you just kind of missed out because Pella reached out, so they're the ones we're doing business with. If you're a sales guy, let this be a lesson to you. See an opportunity, make the sales call, because it works. Good folks, give them a call, check them out. We've been working through window sizes. Some we're gonna be able to keep the same size, some we're gonna have to change. And one of the really big changes I think that the windows are gonna make to the house is we wanted a more modern, clean lines, very minimalist kind of style. And the windows are a big part of that. And all these curved arches, you've probably heard me say this on previous videos right from the get-go, but they're not staying, they are going. I'm gonna change all these windows. I think I'm gonna make big rectangle wall windows because the curve looks really old to me. And we're gonna go with some nice, big, oversized picture frame, none of this crisscross T-bone junk in them. I don't want sliding windows that go up and down with bars across the middle of them. Just pure glass, undisturbed views through the windows of my exterior and everything that I can see from my little castle. And it's gonna look pretty awesome. Sunday morning, dude, I'm looking out the window and I see some guy walking around at the front of my house. So I get my shoes on, I come out. They're up there working. Like, on the roof. Kudos, dude. Kudos. I will take the Sunday work to make up for the rain day. So I've got my drone. I'm gonna go get some footage and see what we got going on, but I think we're gonna have a roof frame today, which is gonna be absolutely awesome. How's that for a view? Figured I better get it while I can. Apparently a few more days, this bad boy is going to be done and dusted, closed up. And about a week or so, maybe slightly more, we'll have some shingles. And we'll be watertight. It's going to feel like a real roof. Dude, I don't know, it's a bit shady walking up here. What? I'm going now. And here's the columns. This is what they were playing with. You see the column top in there, just about. That's what I was thinking. Surely they're gonna brace it all, aren't they? Like just brace everything, crisscross on everything. Sat in the house having to catch up on some work today, like my little makeshift office here, but holy moly. I just paid a huge bill the other day for wood, and now I've got an even bigger one. Like, it's fun watching them put all that wood up there, but $33,000 on some lumber is just a little part of what we spent so far. You know, you kind of know it's going to cost, but holy moly, when you got to pay it, that's a big number. So some other folks that reached out to us were called Architectural Salvation. Pretty cool Instagram account if you want to go check it out. But he reached out, said hello, let me know that he's got some really cool old historical kind of pieces in case we're trying to match something up or we want to try and find something. And I guess also, obviously, if we've got some things left over that we can't use, we'll be able to go and get a few dollars for them and give them another life. So we took a drive out. It was like an hour and 10 minutes or so from where we are, just onto the top side of Nashville. And me and Troy went exploring, and holy moly, it took me a minute to find the front door, okay? So if you're gonna go out there, just be warned, it's kind of right there on the corner, a little single metal door that you wouldn't think is the front door, but it really is. But once you're inside, it is like an Aladdin's cave of old Really cool stuff. You want some old windows, some old doors. You know, man, they had stained glass window that was just like bigger than me, all ways around. I mean, it was really quite impressive. It's all original stuff. So this isn't like artificial, pretend 1950s era or 1920s era or whatever. It's like really 1950s era or 1920s era. And it was cool. So we had a lot of fun checking it out. Hopefully we're going to, you know, maybe get a couple pieces from them, maybe sell them a couple pieces and make a friend. So I've had the fun of sitting outside in the sunshine for a couple of days with the drone so that we can capture this awesome footage that you are now watching. It's actually been really fun to see how the guys put this thing together. You know, just floating this big beam across the top and then framing everything down from the sides. And we've also goofed off a little bit at night. Don't tell anybody, but we did go up there and check out the roof, check out what they're doing. The views obviously are far, far better at the top of the house. But even just being inside and just seeing, you know, how it all works together, if you've never seen it, it's really quite fascinating to see how the wood braces go up and the supports and how things crisscross. They make this kind of web of supports initially to hold everything up, and then they can kind of take that down as the real supports go in. Maybe it's just me and maybe I'm just a simple guy, but it really has been quite an educational experience, but also a really fun experience to just be able to be here and have the time to watch and be a part of the process, even though it's not kind of me framing, as they put all these things together. Like the overhang out front, you know, when they were pulling that off with the lull, as they've rebuilt new back onto those columns. It's a process and it's really impressive. And these guys are rock stars, so I gotta hand it to them. I mean, I haven't seen them struggling. I've not seen them like undoing a bunch of stuff too many times, although they did undo the little hip there that goes on the front section and redo it just to get it lined up a little bit better. But for the most part, I mean, they've just been flawless in the way they've approached it and the way they've done it. And you know, we have no house plans, so you know, we're working off how the house used to look, but we don't have that original set of plans, which is a whole different story. It's been a whole lot of fun. So kudos, Mr. Carlos, and your amazing team. So speaking of house plans, you may remember from a few videos ago, so I just got off the phone with the guy that drew the original house, like hand-drawn in vellum. We're trying to get hold of those plans from him. Somebody reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, I actually was involved in drawing that house originally for the original owners. And I've still got some plans if you're interested in getting hold of a copy of them. So I thought, dude, this is awesome. Called the guy up, had a long conversation, chit-chat for about 20 minutes, super nice, super friendly. A couple of days went by and we had another conversation. And I thought to myself, I wonder, is he just being friendly and helpful here, or is there more to this? Eventually I got to the point where I said, okay, great, you know, let me know how I can pick him up. And he said, yeah, just cut me a check for $15,000 and I will give you this set of plans. And I'm like, whoa, hang on a second. So you already got paid for the plans by the original home guy that built the house, and now you want to nickel and dime me for 15 grand when I'm not even really trying to change a whole lot. I don't really need the whole set of plans. It would have been nice to have. I'm kind of thinking through all this in my head. So, you know, obviously I was super nice. I said, you know, we'll just kind of see whether we need them or not. We'll move on, it's fine. But listen, my Instagram friends and my YouTube friends who are watching this, that's not cool. That's not the way to do business. Okay, that's not how Uncle Mikey would do business. You already got paid for the plans. Like, just be a good fella and, you know, throw out a copy there instead of trying to milk me for something. I didn't need the plans. We managed to permit just off some sketches and some drawings. And interestingly enough, I chatted to a super nice lady who was willing to come out, redraw the whole house, draw me a set of plans off the house, and then help me make changes if need be for the permitting folks. And it still was less than a third of what nickel and dime guy wanted to charge me while he was extorting me for 15 grand. Like, still not cool, okay? Never gonna get over it. And what's really funny is, while I'm on this little rant, I actually sat down with the original family who built the house. Beautiful family, super nice guy. Him and his son, we chatted for about an hour. And the subject of plans came up because he thought he had an original set and he didn't. Then his son said, hey, why don't we just call the original architects? I'm sure they'll have them on file. I said, hey, I'll save you some time. Let me tell you a story. So I told him the story, and this is no word of a lie. He literally thought I meant $1,500. He could not fathom that someone was trying to charge me 15 grand for a set of plans that have been lying around for 25 years in a drawer that are completely worthless to anybody else other than me, that he was already paid for. Even he couldn't believe it. So I don't think Uncle Mike is being harsh here, okay? Everybody thinks it stings. So a much better week is what you are hearing from me today than last week. Much less of a stressful week and a whole lot more progress. Hope you're enjoying the shots. Hope you enjoyed the drone shots. I had a lot of fun with the drone. And actually on my tech channel, my other YouTube channel, we're gonna do a full review of this drone because we've used it so heavily for the house project. I feel like I'm kind of an expert. And so I deserve to have an opinion. So you'll be able to see that drop soon if you wanna learn more about drone flying. Till next week. He thought I needed those plans for the permitting, and he just thought his gravy train had come in because we had to submit plans. If he'd said $1,500, we probably would have paid him for them, and then we would have regretted it because we didn't even need them. So it actually works out in our favor to not pay the crazy money because we really didn't need them. Let me show you my work of art sketch that we submitted to the city. I drew it on my tablet with my finger. James was like hysterical. It's like a 5-year-old's drawing.